Hey, so first of all, I'm really excited. I'm really sorry that it's been a couple of weeks since my last video. Things have been kind of crazy, school, work. John and I both had the flu, and we're giving the flu just back and forth to each other. It took us like this entire month to get over it. And outside, I live across the street from a church, but like an ancient church, and they are adding an addition to it. So every morning it's just really loud outside, just like banging and chiseling and concrete. So it's been kind of difficult for me to make a video. Even right now, you hear a little bit of stuff. They're kind of almost finished, but at the same time, I'm also losing daylight because by the time they're finished, it's dark because it's the winter. But anyway, so I wanted to make a video kind of on like Thanksgiving, but veganism at the same time, because I know people have questions about Thanksgiving and like, are vegans participating? That's twisted. What do you think about it? So I wanted to make a short video about answering your questions and also a little bit on how I celebrate Thanksgiving as well. So I opened up any questions and answers on my Tumblr last night for vegan curious or vegan people themselves, because I just wanted to get a few things out there. And one of the questions is like, do vegans celebrate Thanksgiving? And some of you have probably seen the like tofurkey and things like that, and I can't answer for everybody, but I personally do think I do celebrate Thanksgiving. For me, it's either like Friendsgiving was something I was doing for a few years, which is like when you and your friends all get together because you're misfits and don't have a family Thanksgiving, or because your family kind of ostracizes you for not eating meat, or they don't give you like a lot of options. So for the first couple years that I was not eating meat and becoming vegan, I was doing Friendsgiving with my friends, but I've also moved to the city, so I'm not really with my old friends anymore. And I guess as you get older, you either miss your family or you grow apart from them. And for me, I'm the oldest sister. I feel a real connection with my family. So for me personally, I usually bring my own turkey. And it's not that hard. Like the last few years, my family, I give them a lot of options. I'll let them know like Trader Joe's has a really cheap fake turkey that I like to get, that's under $10. Or I'll bring my own turkey and I'll let them know like some margarine is vegan if you want to cook with margarine, because a lot of people are comfortable with that. If you tell them you have to go to Whole Foods, you have to get Earth Balance, usually they're like, no, stay home. They don't say that. But and then there are vegans who completely boycott Thanksgiving. There's Morrissey, who's completely against the harvest, and for me, I'm like, I love Morrissey, but I also love like the tradition of cooking all day and leftovers for weeks. So my Thanksgiving is a little different. And the people who boycott Thanksgiving because of what it represents, and I'm totally there with you, but I also have off work, so I might as well make a big dinner anyway. So that little rant, that little question aside, do vegans celebrate Thanksgiving? Some of them, but they're obviously not eating turkey, and some of them have their own renegade Thanksgiving that they celebrate on their own. I'm kind of both. If a family member invites me to Thanksgiving, I gotta be like, just to let you know, I gotta have my own special things. Usually people are kind of cool with that. Prep it at home, whatever. These are things that I like to do when I have a family Thanksgiving to make things a little more seamless, and I'll show you. So for extended family, I like to bring my own turkey, and usually I'll bring Gardein has a really good one. If you see that on my Instagram, we're kind of eating it a lot, but it's really small. It's more like for dinner. Trader Joe's has one that's pretty cool. And then this year I bought Tofurky brand turkey. And you can see in here 2-pound stuffed turkey roast, gravy. It comes with a chocolate cake, a wish stick, you know, like a wishbone, and a coupon book. So that's what this looks like. It's a pretty decent size box, and they sell this version without all the like fun things inside, without the cake. But this year I figured I'm inviting John with me to Thanksgiving so we could ball out. So I'll just open this really quickly so you can see what's inside. So this is what it looks like when it's open. It has a little seal on it that says 100% vegan, but Tofurky is kind of a brand that a lot of vegans, vegetarians trust, so they know. It comes with this handsome little picture and some coupon. A postcard to send your loved one. So this thing right here, you know, it's kind of like a wishbone, but it's like beef jerky. It's pretty cool. I've had one a few years ago and they're the bomb. Little chocolate cake. Here is your turkey, this guy, and you know, it's not like a regular turkey. You don't need to defrost it for like 24 hours. It's kind of like ready to go when you are. Obviously you have to cook it. More coupon, and then a bag of gravy, and that's the box. So all of that, sorry if I already said this, all of that came to $22. I bought it at Wegmans, which is a regular grocery store, but I think they only have them in like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York. But I've seen those Tofurky kits at like Acme, Whole Foods. I mean, you're gonna spend a little bit more on it at like a regular grocery store just because it is like a specialty item. But around Thanksgiving, they always put them on sale. They're normally like $26. I got it on sale for $22. And like, keep your eye out for them because you can get it early and just keep it in your freezer. It is really big though, so it might take up a lot of space. And then secondly, I also got one of these, which is a dairy-free pumpkin pie, just because pumpkin pies are awesome, but they're normally made with eggs. And last year I went to Whole Foods and just bought a ready-made pumpkin pie. They have those, except I think they're like around $12, and this was around $7, except I will have to throw this in the oven or something like that. But yeah, this is just found in like a specialty aisle, like probably around the like gluten-free allergy aisle. So I grabbed this too, as well as the Tofurky. And yeah, other than that, for me, I just kind of let relatives know, like, if you're making a big thing of mashed potatoes, leave some out that doesn't have milk in it. Or, you know, if you're doing green beans or corn, like, suggest margarine instead. That's kind of something I like to do as well. And I'm pretty excited for Thanksgiving this year. I really am. Like, I understand what it represents, and I try to remove myself from that, but I think other vegans do too, because like, look how fun they made this thing, and like I said, we all have off of school and work, so let's just have a big giant dinner anyway. But yeah, whew. So the other thing I wanted to cover in this video is how I get ready for Thanksgiving. And it's like, how you get ready, you bought that turkey. But for me, this year I'm celebrating with extended family, and let me get this straight, I love my tattoos, I love them, I cherish them, but I also understand that some people, different background, like my extended family is very Catholic, and they just grew up experiencing tattoos on a different type of person, and they relate it to that, and I don't know. I don't see them often enough to be like, I swear I'm a good person. I swear tattooed people are all good people. But this year I went out and I bought a couple of clothing items that would cover my tattoos completely. And maybe you saw my Instagram, I posted a picture of trying to conceal tattoos with Kat Von D's Lock-It Concealer. But that just did not work out. So this year I grabbed a couple of pieces of clothing that I will hopefully cover my tattoos completely. So I do have hand tattoos, but you know, clenched fists. And the hardest part to cover is my wrist, because I feel like if I'm grabbing something, this is gonna pop out and they're gonna be like, what? What are those? Why would you do that? And I can't answer that question. Strangers ask me that question, why'd you do that? And I'm like, ah. So I went to Old Navy, which is like my favorite store right now for some reason. And I grabbed a bunch of super long sleeve stuff. Like, luckily for me, what's in trend right now is sleeves that like go to here. And I'm like, yeah, keep them going. So I got a couple things just because I don't know what John's gonna wear. He doesn't normally dress up, but I'm afraid if he wears a button-up flannel and then I wear a button-up flannel and we show up together, it's gonna be like, so I grabbed a few things, but I always gravitate towards button-up flannel anyway. So I grabbed this bad boy because I thought that could be nice and cute and festive. I grabbed these socks. Aren't they cool? And then Old Navy also has these really long sleeve shirts, undershirts, and these were only $5 each. I grabbed a couple just because, like, look at that. Oh, perfect. And a black sweater just to cover everything up completely. But this is a little loosey on the end, so I probably am gonna dab like a little concealer right around here just in case I'm like, oh, can I have the butter? And they're gonna be like, why would you ask for butter? You're vegan. But yeah, and then I have these really opaque tights from Forever 21, and even if you stretch or spontaneous yoga, like nothing will show. So that's gonna be great. I still don't have my outfit plan though, because it's really kind of dependent on what I come home and John's wearing. But so yeah, this is my video on vegan Thanksgiving and how I get ready for vegan Thanksgiving. And if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. I'm sorry it's been forever since my last video, but I have been super busy being sick and going to school and the church outside just all day. But yeah, thanks for watching, and of course you can follow me on Instagram where I'm posting daily, or on my Tumblr, and if you if there's anything you want to see, just comment down below and I'm going to try to make that happen, because there are more days off coming up soon and I have so many things to do videos on that is crazy. So yeah, so thanks for watching and see you later.